Most solopreneurs hear the words AI agent and picture some sci-fi robot doing their whole business while they sleep. That is not what an agent is. And the gap between what people think an agent does and what an agent actually does is the reason most one-person businesses are still stuck running on manual labor in 2026. My name is Ray Vaughn, the founder of Vernon Tech and Media. Today, you are going to learn what an agent really is, why it matters most, and how you can actually apply these things in your business to make it run more efficient. Let me start with the definition because nobody actually defines clearly what an agent actually is. An agent is not a chatbot. A chatbot answers when you talk to it. An agent acts when you are not there. That is the whole difference in one sentence. A chatbot waits, an agent works. Think about it this way. When you ask ChatGPT to write you a caption, that is a chatbot. You asked, it answered. The work is done when you close the tab. When something is reading your inbox every 15 minutes, sorting the leads from the spam, drafting personalized replies, dropping the hot ones into your CRM, and texting you when somebody high value comes in, that is an agent. Same underlying technology, completely different category of leverage. The reason this matters for a solopreneur is leverage. You are one person. You have 24 hours. The only way you scale a one-person business is to multiply yourself. And the only honest way to multiply yourself in 2026 is to build agents that do the parts of your job that do not require you to be in the room. So let me break down the parts of a real agent. Every agent has 4 pieces. The first piece is a trigger. Something has to start it. A new email lands, a form gets submitted, a clock hits at 8 a.m., a customer drops a message in your DMs. The trigger is the moment the agent wakes up. The second place is a brain. This is the AI model doing the thinking. For most of what a solopreneur is going to build, this is going to be either Claude or some kind of ChatGPT model, depending on the use case. The brain reads what came in, figures out what category it is, and then decides what to do next. The third piece is tools. This is where most people get confused. The agent itself is not magic. The magic is that the agent can use tools the same way you do. It can read a Google Sheet, for an example. It can write to your CRM. It can send an email. It can post to social. It can hit Stripe. It can update your Notion. The tools are how the agent reaches into your real business and does real work. The fourth piece is memory. This is what makes an agent different from a one-shot prompt. An agent remembers what it did yesterday. It remembers the customer's history. It remembers what you told it last week about your brand. Memory is what turns a prompt into an employee. Trigger, brain, tools, memory. That is every agent, period. Now, let me tell you why most people are building agents wrong. They start with the tool and try to find a use case. They sign up for some no-code agent platform. They watch a tutorial. They build a demo that summarizes emails. They show it to their friends, and then they never use it again because it does not actually solve a problem in their business. Build the other direction. Start with the friction. Open up your calendar from last week. Find every task that you did more than, let's say, 3 times. Find every task that drained you. Find every task where you said out loud, I wish somebody else was doing this. That is your agent shortlist. Pick the one that is the most predictable, the most repeatable, and the most expensive in your time, and build the agent for that one thing. For most solopreneurs, that is one of 4 things. Either lead qualification. New leads come in from forums, ads, DMs, referrals. You spend an hour a day sorting which ones are real, which ones are tire kickers, and what to say to each. An agent can do this in seconds and have a draft reply waiting for you to approve. Second is content repurposing. You make 1 piece of long form content a week. You should be turning it into 10 short pieces at least, 3 emails, 2 carousels, maybe even a newsletter. But you're probably not, because that is almost 6 hours of work if you're doing all of this manually. An agent can once again do this first pass and have it all ready for you by the time you had your second coffee. Customer support. These are the same 5 questions that you'll probably see every week, right? Same 5 questions answered every week, and you're still typing them out manually. An agent can answer these easy. Escalate them, when it's a hard one, and tag every conversation with what the customer actually needed so your product gets better over time. Fourth is pipeline movement. You have leads sitting in your CRM that you've never followed up on, not because you're lazy, but because you're only one person and you forgot, honestly. An agent can watch your pipeline, notice when somebody has gone cold, write a follow-up in your voice, and either send it or hand it to you for one-click approvals. Pick one. Just pick one. Do not try to build the whole empire of agents on day one. Here's the build. This is the part people will not tell you straight, so listen. Step 1, write the workflow on paper first. Before you touch any tool, write down what a perfect version of this task looks like. The input, every decision point, every output. If you cannot describe the workflow in plain English, no AI on earth can build it for you, because clarity comes first. The agent is just doing the labor once you have the idea. Step 2, pick your platform for a non-technical solopreneur in 2026. You have a lot of options. You can use something like N8N if you want full control. You can use make.com if you want a visual builder, or you can build it yourself with something like Claude Code or even Codex. Pick the one that matches your skill level, not the one you wish you were ready for. Step 3, hook up your trigger. This is usually the easiest part. Email coming in, form submission, schedule, webhook, get the signal flowing. Step 4, write the system prompt for the brain. This is the most important part of the whole agent and the part people skip. The system prompt is job description for your AI employee. Tell it who it is. Tell it what your brand sounds like. Tell it what good output looks like. Tell it what it is never allowed to do. The quality of this prompt is the ceiling on the quality of the agent. Step 5, connect the tools one at a time. Test each one. If the agent needs to write to your CRM, test that connection alone first. If it needs to send an email, test that email alone first. Do not stack 5 tools together and hope. Step 6, run it in supervised mode for a week. Every time the agent tries to do something, you approve it before it sends. This is the part where you find out where it is wrong and where it is correct, where it might misunderstand your voice, where it categorized the wrong lead as hot. Every correction you make becomes a rule you add to the system prompt. Step 7, once it is right around 90% of the time, take the training wheels off for the safe actions. Drafting an email, let it draft it, you approve. Replying to a known FAQ, let it reply. Anything that touches money or a real human relationship at scale, maybe keep yourself in the loop for a little while longer. And that's the build. Trigger, brain, tools, memory. Workflow on paper first, then platform, then prompt, then connect everything, then supervise, and then release it. The reason AI agents matter so much right now is that the cost of building them just dropped through the floor. 2 years ago, what took an engineer team months, a solopreneur can stand in a weekend. This is not hype. This is the actual state of the tools. The people who are quietly compounding right now are the ones who figured this out and are building one agent a month for the rest of the year. By the time the rest of the market catches up, those people will be running businesses that look impossible from the outside. There is one warning before you go. Do not let agents do work you do not understand yet. If you do not know how to qualify a lead manually, do not have an agent do it for you. If you do not know what good content looks like, do not have an agent write it. The agent amplifies what you already know. It does not replace knowing. The founders who win with this stuff are the ones who are deep in their craft first and then automate the parts that they have mastered. Order matters. You are one person. You have one life. The leverage is sitting there. Pick one workflow, build one agent, then build the next one. If you want the system prompts, the workflows, and the actual agent builds I share with the Vernon Tech and Media community, hit the link in the description. VernonTM.com/YT gets you the full resource library. Subscribe so you don't miss the massive build. Appreciate you. See you in the next video.